Next on the list, we have Akshat, who's also into sports. He's also a rapper. So maybe he'll rap some songs for us.
The presentation.
Yeah. He's here with HomeBuddy. Over to you, Akshat.
Yeah, so am I audible and is my screen visible?
Yeah, you're loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, let's kick it off then. Good morning, everybody. Did you know that the professional working class accounts for 22% of all the workers in India, out of which 8% of them are women? They all do need their support systems to perform better. Have you ever faced an issue where you really need to be somewhere and your driver isn't on time, or you need someone to tend after your loved ones and there's no one to do it? So that's where I come in with HomeBuddy. My name is Akshat Sawhney, and my aim is to provide staff at your service. So our solutions for the same include reliable staff reference checks, such as police verification, providing them with basic skills and value training on how to deal with different households and personalities, etc. Health ethics and how to present themselves, since many shoppers, especially, tend to eat stuff like pan masala and they barely wash their clothes or themselves for that matter. So it creates a horrible ambiance where people refrain from hiring them. At the same time, we guarantee 100% replacements. On top of everything, we provide HomeBuddy certification to every staff that you have, irrespective of whether you hire them from HomeBuddy or not. We provide the same four factors to all of them. Moving on, let's look at the competition. So there are many agencies which do provide a similar facility as me. However, they don't provide certification the same way as I do. Further on, uh, word of mouth is a huge competition for me as well, since people do tend to listen to what people have to say a lot and pay a lot of heed to it. So my marketing strategies for the same would primarily be social media, friends and family, word of mouth, etc. Especially since, as mentioned before, people tend to pay a lot of attention to something that they've seen on themselves. Building on, as per today, I have helped 5 customers hire the relevant staff, which includes a driver, a cook, 4 maids for the same. And we are tied up with 2 agencies for supplying staff. And at the moment, we are still in the process of developing a basic behavioral skill course for the house help so that everything is absolutely efficient. And it's also teaching them communication skills for the same, since it's very important on how to effectively communicate with your employer as well in any field. So, throughout the entire course, I do expect to spend heavily on marketing and on the one-time cost for revenue, or sorry, on the one-time cost for everything. And I do tend to split my revenue per staff with the suppliers for the staff as well. And over the next 2 years, I aim to help approximately 750 people, looking at a possible profit of 12 lakh and 75,000 rupees for the same. So if you do need my help at any point, and if you do need any service staff members, these are my contact details. Please feel free to reach out to me for the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, how are you vetting the staff and the help?
So for the same, I'm tied up with 2 agencies for the same, like maid agents. And I had spoken to like a Christian missionary, like the people in the church who provide maids, but they are a bit too picky with everything and all. So they're not there.
And today, how are people? Sorry, last question. How are people finding? Like, have you placed anyone, or do you have any customers?
Yeah, but I have no feedback. Like I've given this one neighbor of mine only, in fact, this one maid from this agency that I tied up with. So then yes.
Interesting. This is definitely a real problem, Akshat, to solve. I mean, I was looking for a cook just a few weeks ago, and to find interview, it's not that easy. And the only way you can do it is, talk to 10 other people or post it on building WhatsApp groups. But it's also a very fragmented market, right? How do you really find a segment of folks who are willing or looking for such jobs. So have you thought about the supply as such, or how organized is the supply in your opinion?
I believe that it's not very organized at the moment. However, it'll of course take a few months, I guess, for it to become totally all right, because there are many problems that come with supplying staff. Like, I don't want to go too deep, but there's stuff like human trafficking and abuse as well. So then you would really want to avoid something as horrible as that.
And what's your percentage of margin? So let's say if I am paying my cook, say 14,000 rupees a month, how much you take on top of that?
Or like my commission, right? Or the looked at about 12% commission.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
12% commission?
Sorry, I didn't get you, sir.
You said 12% commission?
12%, sir.
That's on the one time or the year's salary?
No, the year's salary, sir.
Okay. So mind you, with 12% overall, you have to build your entire business and your cost, your marketing. So you have to find ways to keep increasing that number. Otherwise, it's very tough.
I'll keep that in mind, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, the one actually from what Aniket said, the challenge for you to solve is there's a lot of awareness of the salaries of these jobs, and the people you want to get placed, they would have a fixed set of expectation, right? So the delta is, you have to build a lot of loyalty in terms of the customer's side, that you're providing a delta worth 12 or 25%, which is creating the real differentiator between if they hire directly versus you. So the training has to be really, really top notch, which will not be cheap. So you'll have to think about it. Yeah.
Sure.
Because Akshat, basically, you're a broker to another broker. You get it. That's what the business is, right?
Yeah.
And the world is moving to every business is moving to a model that's taking away brokers and away middlemen. So you need to find a way to build and bridge that gap. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Just note it down.
Super. Akshat, so probably you can think about being a marketplace, and anyone who comes on your marketplace is verified by you. They have the certification and everything. Maybe that kind of works. Look at Urban Clapper for that matter.
Look at a business called Apna, apna.co.
Apna, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll do.